everyone, it is I, the People's Machine, come back at you with another episode of the Gaming Round Table, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers, Post-Human Guy, my buddy, my friend, longtime friend, who has also been playing Watch Dogs Legion like I have and loving every minute of it. And I tell you, we are really excited that this game is released. We've been enjoying it immensely. It's been my go-to game. It is excellent. And he has been doing some leisure play of that, and so definitely check out that. And also check out on the PC, the man, the myth, the Apex legend, Banloss, Banloss, and check him out. And if you join his game and you're on the opposing side, he's going to be the Apex Predator, and you might be the Apex Prey. That's right. This is another episode of the Gaming Roundtable. I have an announcement. Not really having a subject to talk about. Actually, there's many subjects I could talk about, but we'll address that probably sometime in the future. Especially with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I think that's what it's called. Coming around is right around the corner. So so this is good. And this in no way looks like Central Park. But anyway. Here's my announcement. Since Watch Dogs Legion came out and I talked about and dropped some names of some other open world games, coming up on the Gaming Roundtable this week, all week, every day, for the matter of fact, starting tomorrow, we're gonna have a episode of the Gaming Roundtable. And this week is Open World Week. That's right, Open World Week. And this week is very, because this game pretty much put some things in perspective for me from the open world genre. And Gaming Roundtable proudly presents Open World Week starting tomorrow. I will be doing videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and ending up on Sunday with a conclusion. Now we'll be playing games such as, I've already talked a lot about Watch Dogs Legion, and we'll be discussing open world games in general, their design, some of the games I'll be playing. We'll talk about the pros, the cons, what's aged well, what still people are playing, and everything you want to know about the open world genre. But there is some ground rules. We're not just going to play any open world game, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because too many of them have gone open world, and it would take me a fucking month, to play all of them that's out there. So, we're going to exclude, and I know you're going to hate me for this, we're going to exclude your generalized fantasy RPGs, such as Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, and or Dragon Age Inquisition, or one of my personal favorites, Dragon's Dogma, simply because, a lot of dragons in there, but simply because open world RPGs kind of have to be that in design, right? They're not, most RPGs have that level of action and whatnot. So I'm going to exclude those from Open World Week, and maybe I will do an RPG week or something in the future, but for right now we're concentrating on the other open world games. I'm also not going to include racing games such as the Need for Speed 2016 or Payback or Rivals or whatever, because you can't get out of the car. It's simply driving. I'm not going to include Crew 1 and Crew 2 because, again, racing in itself is a genre. It just so happens to be in a very open-ended, open-world type map. I'm looking at games that you can kind of go in and out of vehicles and or creatures. And I will not also be discussing or talking about this week hub-based open world games such as Monster Hunter World, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Homefront Revolution, and Wolfenstein the New Blood, or whatever, not New Blood, but the one with the twin girls. They are hub-based open style worlds where you always go back to a centralized place and then come back into the map, and that's kind of what happens there. And that's what that's all about. I'm not going to include those because those, again, are unique type games. But in the first-person genre, you will see games such as Rage 2. I will discuss its failings and its successes, and it's a criminally underplayed game as far as I'm concerned. And some of the Far Cries, and I've been a long-time Far Cry fan all the way back in the very first one on PC. So I've been playing Far Cry for a long time. I'm excited for 6. So there will be some first-person ones in there, right? I'm also, though, not going to include on the list the ones that are just strictly online, because again, this is going to be that has a little bit of both. So we're going to be talking about games such as the Watch Dogs series. Well, I'll be showing and showcasing 1 and Watch Dogs 2, and of course we already know a lot about Legion. I've been doing videos on Legion, and I also am going to be talking about Just Cause 4, particularly the last one in the series that was released, and the differences in that. Going to be speaking about about other open world games, including the of course the now nearly 7-year-old GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar's last and great Western type game that got put out in all of its glory, and Mad Max, another super criminally underplayed game, and a few others I've mentioned this week on Open World Week on the Gaming Roundtable. You want to see some of the better of the open world games and some of the stinkers? Stick around this week for Open World Week on the Gaming Roundtable, brought to you by Unpaid Gamers. Please subscribe to Unpaid Gamers. Check out Posthuman Guy, his leisure plays, his commentaries. Check out Ban Loss on the PC if you want to see some amazing Apex Legends footage. And, of course, as always, the Gaming Roundtable. The guy, the people's machine. I am the gamer that tells you the way it is, whether you want to hear it or not, but that's okay, folks. Open World Week, this week on the Gaming Roundtable. And I know my videos can be sporadic, and sometimes I put 1 out, 2 out a week. Sometimes I might go. This week it's video every day, probably 2 to 3 every day, because there's a lot of open world games, and I know that people might be a little butthurt about me excluding some stuff, but it's important to understand why I'm excluding things, because too many games are open world now, and it's just a lot to cover. It just is. It's too much ground. So I have to be more specific. You will see Dynasty Warriors 9, a game that I feel it went open world. Some people thought it was a great idea. Other people thought it was a terrible idea. I, for one, really loved the game, but there have been so many improvements. The game is almost like a live service game now. And it's excellent in what they have included and done to make the open world feel a little bit more dynamic. And again, I'm excluding the more heavy RPGs like Skyrim, Nier Automata, Dragon Age Inquisition, Mass Effect Andromeda, and those because by nature, those RPGs like The Witcher 3 and stuff have to be kind of open world. I'm just discussing the more games that are along the GTA line. Open World Week, you know, you're going to see, and I haven't done it in a while, but you're going to see some Agents of Mayhem. I'm going to talk about its failings, its successes, why this happened, that happened. Little Saints Row 4, for, you know, that's been out for a long time, and you can check that out this week. So there's going to be a lot of games that I'll be playing and discussing, talking about the open world genre on the console era, and the various things, and talk about why so many game companies have decided to go the open world route with about everything. It seems like everyone has embraced the idea. And does every single developer have to go that route? Do every game have to be that way? And you know, is the market truly oversaturated with this design, and what really makes other games stand apart from the 500-pound gorilla GTA 5 that has always been a staple of open world games in the series for many people, and why other games, to be honest, have done it better. And I'll discuss that. That's going to be some controversy, but oh well. I'm going to tout that controversy, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to check out and subscribe to Unpaid Gamers. Check out People's Machine, Gaming Roundtable. Subscribe to Band Lost on the PC Apex Legends, because we all three work really hard to bring you some comprehensive podcasts and playthroughs and some play styles, and of course me bringing you the articles talking about what's going on, giving you my thoughts, and telling you things like fuck PlanetSide 2. That game is a fucking mitigated disaster. It is shit on shit. Don't play it. Okay, that's going to be a whole nother video if I start into that game. But yes, this week on the Gaming Roundtable, Open World Week, check us out. You're going to see a lot of games that you have may not seen in a while, and or might introduce you to games that you've never played and you might want to buy, because some of this stuff is dirt cheap now. You might as well take good care of it. That's right, Unpaid Gamers on YouTube and Twitch. Now, I do some Twitch plays every now and again, but I'm primarily focused on YouTube. That is my bread and butter. Well, actually, it's not my bread and butter because I don't get paid to do anything, because we're the Unpaid Gamers. I am the People's Machine, part of the Gaming Roundtable. This is just simply a short video to announce, first ever, on the Gaming Roundtable, Open World Week. Check me out all week starting tomorrow. I'll be putting up videos at random times during the day, but you'll still be able to log on to YouTube and check it out any time that you want. If you have any questions for me, the People's Machine, Post-Human Guy, or Bandmoss, feel free to drop us a line, a comment, anything you wish. You can actually email me, and I will tell you my email. It's Jim, J-I-M, Profit, P-R-O-F-I-T, 275 at gmail.com. That is JimProfit275 at gmail.com. I will answer your questions in a timely fashion and will broadcast them on here, and give you a special shout out from the People's Machine, and you can be a part of the Gaming Roundtable. Get tired of sitting at the table by myself? That's why I got the two others who asked me to be part of Unpaid Gamers, and I'm very proud to be part of them. So check me out this week, Open World Week, on the Gaming Roundtable, and I'll see you next time at the table. And as always, gamers,
any sign of the target?
good
Anyone?
gaming.